Innovative.
Innovative comedy.
Alright, well check this out. I'm Cool Ass Cam, the coolest motherfucker on the planet. And today I'm here with the homies and we want to talk some shit and laugh.
Hey.
That being said, make sure you tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and innovative.comedy. And subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture. Who I got in the building with me today?
What's good? It's your boy Tony Grams. Follow me on IG at Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS. It's innovative comedy, innovative culture. We in here. Got some homies in here today. It's chilling. Who we got? Introduce yourself once again.
I'm Chief the OG, Chief, and y'all can find me at Chief the OG anywhere. And yeah, man, I do a whole lot.
Jeez,
Never a little.
Said, you know how.
Well, welcome back.
Yeah, man, glad to be back. Thanks for having me.
The return.
Yeah, man.
For sure. Last time you came on, we was talking about some of your projects. You know, we kind of talked about how we was fans of the show Your Honor, and we still even make references to that show to this day on our show. You know, a lot of moments happen, and we always look back at how it's similar to something that happened in the show, and that's something that was so dope about that show. It was like it was real close to reality, to where a lot of people could relate to it.
Hell yeah.
But
Yeah.
we know you got a lot more going on.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I feel like the best shows are like shows that relate to stuff that's happening in real life, and even in writing shows, it helps to like pull from real life situations that we've been through. It's like, don't just be like making shit up. It's a different realm that I haven't dived into, the fiction, but a lot of it is real life stories that we bringing in from experiences that we had.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I just recently, like I work at a bar in Long Beach, and some of the customers have been regulars for years that I know, older couple, and they were in there and they were talking. This was about 2 months ago, and I just hear them at the table. They're talking. It's about like 2 tables worth of people, and I hear like 2 of them. They're like, "Yeah, we've been watching Your Honor," and then I hear one of the dude's brothers. He's like a regular, but he be like with his own little. And they're at another. He's like, "Yeah, that shit is fire. That shit is dope." And I'm like, I'm like, "Hey, you know, I interviewed the nigga." Like, I just start, "Hey, it's a good show, Phil." But just to I want to say from that show being when did it come out? 2020.
It started in
2019,
2020, and then the second season dropped in 2022.
So
and then it just dropped on Netflix.
On Netflix, and it go. What was it? Number one.
Number one.
Congratulations and just being involved with that. But just to see. Yeah, it wasn't like, oh, I was talking about it and dropping the hints of it, but to see people bring that up in just in open society setting at a bar, they drunk as shit, and people are just talking, oh yeah, that show, man, that's a good ass show, and other people are like, yeah, I've been watching that shit, I got to catch up on it, and then I'm telling them, and they're like, is it gonna be a season 3? I'm like, I don't know, but I was like
you got the inside scoop.
Yeah, they like,
you know,
own it, but I just feel like that's dope, and they show that's the quality of the shit you doing or just involved with, and that's the level of. That was dope. So the streets are still talking. Put it that. Yeah, the streets are still talking about that shit. Like, man, they hungry.
Man, the whole team and the writers and shit, they killed it. They still working. The industry's been crazy since the strike, and it's crazy in the music industry too. You know, everybody's kind of. I actually at SC, I did a study on what's the value of a stream, and we found out basically who's paying the most. Spotify at .0033 cents per stream. The average artist who's making $100 a month, Spotify is getting 40,000 a month off of them. That's them same streams. So
that's insane.
Our artists got to do they shit and they do their own due diligence and go straight to consumer, direct to consumer.
I just seen Wayno on one of his morning shows, and he said something about that a couple of weeks ago of like. He was like, who's the one that creates those numbers to where I forgot what app or whichever platform it was, and he said like 1,200 1,250 streams equals one buy.
Yeah.
Now,
well,
so like they've done it to where you're
that's
getting
with the
they're getting the
RIAA, so
streams.
it's like who decided
And
that
you
that's
just
what
get the-
equals
yeah,
a
yeah.
stream for you to have,
And just for you to get 1 penny
right,
or
right.
some shit or like
for it to be a platinum track.
yeah, so like, but it's almost like
'Cause
the
it's
number
not
for
the
them
same as sales
of streaming
directly, yeah.
of a buy, but it's like it's so you getting the streaming money or the company is, and then I'm just getting this like, what if it's just like that doesn't what the equivalent isn't adding is like who just created that chart,
Right. So
just to
that's what all the strikes have been about. It's kind of the same thing going on in acting, but
Yeah.
now they doing it again with the voice actors, but it's people. I feel like it's going to independent where people are dropping shit on their
Yeah.
own. You know what I mean?
as it should
So
honestly.
it's gonna be a surge of that for sure.
Like, you don't need these big. I mean, I feel like that's what the first strike back in what was that 08, 09? Or when I remember that was the first big strike, and that strike honestly changed television. Because I remember that's when it was like still TV shows and like My Wife and Kid type shit, and
Yeah.
like you saw shows and it was new shows premiering. That was when they would still do the season premiere this week, and you'd see commercials for 2 months of some shit like that. Should look funny or that should look scarier, and I remember a lot of the shows were like through their first maybe 7 episodes, and then that strike hit, and I want to say it was like mid 08, like late 08 or something. The strike hit, and all these shows had just ran out. So after the ones they had already been filmed, they had took it off, and then they started. That's when reality TV like hit, and from around 09, and because they were saying it was the money they were spending on the shows. It's like they said for a reality show, you could spend. Say you can, if you're spending $15 million to do a TV show, you might spend $7 million an episode or something. You know, depending on the quality of the show. He goes, you can do a reality show and charge. You give the camera crew $300,000 to $400,000, and then he goes, the winner can get the other $500,000.
Right.
And that's
Reality
and you
shows.
still haven't even hit $1 million, and that's the show. And we were just literally, it's the camera crew and the prize winner. Nobody else is getting paid, and the rest of the money is just. So he said that's what a lot of these companies, and that's why television just kind of switched to just majority reality TV. That wasn't really reality.
Right.
It was still scripted, but it was just cheap.
Yeah.
It was cheap TV for them to just not pay actors and writers back then, and that's what shifted
It's same-
television.
same deal
It
now.
was the same, and it shifted this shit to what we got now. And it's crazy to think if you would have just paid writers and actors, we wouldn't have had kind of this whole like ratchet flow of VH1. You know what I mean? Like Teen Mom TV. It's like almost that took over because it was cheap, and then they was like, oh, it's entertaining because it's ignorant. So people find it entertaining, but it's cheap. So
that
we can
was
keep
the
producing
scripted
it.
part, though. It was
Yeah.
like they were creating ignorance within the show because a lot of them people wasn't really like that all the time. It was like, yeah, they had certain moments, but those are the moments that are getting highlighted and that people keep seeing over and over again because that's what they keep putting in the show.
And then too, if you have 14 people and you telling them only one of them is going to get $500,000, they're going to get ratchet and ignorant, and you're gonna see the real them come out for that $500,000 because nobody else is getting paid. So that's what.
We're gonna have to chop it about some reality TV show.
Yeah.
Because
Like for real, it's like you throw a little bag at a motherfucker, the motherfuckers get, look at these houses, what do you think they getting on these
The
baddie
baddie
shows?
houses,
Like
yeah.
for real, what do you think baddies are getting? What's the point of the show? Is it a winner?
Hey, it's a
Gift certificate.
yeah,
And a 99 cent,
yeah.
the
It's a
green,
hit.
the green ketchup
For
from the
sure.
99-cent store,
8-hour studio session.
and 2 bottles of Douce, yeah. and a nameplate from the Delamo. I'm just doing,
And 24 blank t-shirts from downtown.
or and a readout belt, a readout belt from 07. The battery's still fully charged. But that's what I'm saying. What is the come up? What is the prize for a baddie if you win? Do you win? Is it just we're just following you motherfuckers around?
Clout.
Is it like I don't have
You a
Zeus.
reality TV.
I don't have
He
Zeus.
says, I don't have Zeus.
I don't
so
even know where to find Zeus.
Well,
Is it a
yeah.
channel? Is it an app?
Yeah. But
Like,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
is this Zeus seem? I ain't trying to hate on motherfuckers and nothing, but it just seemed like they
Yeah, it's,
indulge.
like you said, it's reality TV.
They
so-
indulge in strictly kind of like.
Well, a lot of the
they got a bunch
baddie
of-
stuff,
they got a
that started
bunch of
with
new
Natalie
apps now.
Nunn, right?
Yeah.
Natalie Nunn pretty much started all of the
Mac
videos.
Moon.
They got a bunch of new apps. I done dove into
You're
to
Ramon
working on
tonight.
some stuff. I done
It's
dove into the
McDonald's
tech now.
Nigga
tonight.
cold.
She got to do that track. I done heard it going viral. That baddies. Every chick got a.
I heard she runs Detroit.
Oh, I believe it, man. That's what I said. That shit going up. They reality TV stars, but
It's a Balchinian.
Wow. That was
man.
Oh man! Shout out Young LA in the background. We got the audience members cracking today. It's going up, but then, hey, I just said that's just fucking. I just forgot what I was. He said you
Nah. I was saying, so I've been doing some research and some technology and stuff more recently, dog. So we're gonna have some tech stuff coming too.
You've been indulging in
So I'll let
you
y'all
going
know.
Tony
I'll let
Stark's
y'all know
industry.
about that.
You
But
know,
yeah.
It's like a Tony Stark's Industries. He up there with the
Yeah.
glasses, like soldering, and like you see sparks and shit. What is like? What you
Hell
doing
yeah.
in there?
Me and one of my boys, man, for the past couple of years, I've been working on a drink. So now I got a drink coming too. I'll let y'all. I go.
Is
drop
it a
the
dark
name
or a
yet.
clear?
It's actually
Or
it's
liqueur?
It's a healthy energy beverage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
Yeah, so it'll be dropping in the new year. Hell
Getting
yeah.
us all right in 2025.
Yeah, man.
So so this year, just all the stuff that's been going on this year with musically, which just as a California native, what was your feeling about the whole Drake Kendrick? The
come
Super
on.
Bowl, the Grammys.
How do I feel
Didn't he
about
just
it?
get like the nomination
Bro,
for like album?
it's hard to play Drake music right now.
Man.
Like you
He got some
when you
hits.
hear a song, you be like, damn.
You be like,
They playing that here? Like,
I'm
what-
upset.
What the fuck is they
You
on?
start looking for the DJ like, man, who's DJing right now?
50,000 on my head is disrespect.
You too.
LA born and bred. It's like
Can't go
nah.
50-50 with no hope.
No, man.
One of them.
Shit.
It's I don't know. What did you think about the DeMar DeRozan?
Oh, that
situation.
Was,
That shit-
I think that was kind of
It was
petty.
It was kind of.
That was kind of petty.
It was
I
kind of
feel him. He
feminine.
was, yeah.
It was very feminine. You got a fur on.
He probably thought about that one after. Like, oh,
Hey, I'm gonna just keep it 100, like nigga. I feel
It's
this
like
nigga,
this nigga Drake tried to go after all the henchmen before he can get back to the final boss again.
He's taking
It's like the
revenge.
nigga got knocked.
Hey, more power to him. He's still doing all right.
Honestly,
Stay away from the young girls, man.
He watching. Next thing you know, he gonna be looking at everybody that was on stage with
Hey,
Kendrick that night at the show.
honestly-
and he gonna be trying to go one by one.
hey, honestly, I think this nigga,
Give a fuck.
after watching that game,
NBA player. I don't know.
You said you ain't catching no phase with no 7-footers, huh?
none from Compton, nigga. Nigga, but my thing with
So
that,
I go for it.
I honestly feel this weird nigga just like saw Above the Rim for the first time. And if you watch what he's doing, he's acting like I got a Birdie jersey, nigga. I've watched Above the Rim since it came out. I had the soundtrack, nigga. That nigga just saw Above the Rim probably like a month ago, while he was in his stupor, probably sitting in his theater in his house. Not like us playing everywhere, and they probably bought him a bunch of hood movies, and this nigga just saw Above the Rim for the first time and was like, oh my God, Pocket's genius. Birdie? And this nigga was literally doing the Birdie. He's standing there, fuck out of here. All he was missing was a cigar. Tell me that shit. Watch that clip again and just put a cigar in that nigga hand. The way he like watching doing this shit back and forth, and like, bro, like it's I feel like Kendrick is so cerebral. Like he attacked this shit so to where he just had to back away, and you're crumbling from your own work.
Yeah, when I saw
you're
that-
doing shit that's causing you to like continue to collapse.
Yeah.
Like he ain't even.
I feel like all artists got to deal with that. When I saw the van, I was like, oh shit! But then he dropped Not Like Us right after that, so it's game over, checkmate. you
But
know?
what I didn't get with the video with the van, what was the point of the G-Unit spinner?
I don't know.
That was like, it threw everything off. And I was like, what's the significance? It's like when in Pineapple Express,
I
when he
don't
was
even
like,
remember the
he was-
lyrics, but
when
he
he was
had
like,
the
you know why I
van,
got
you
my
know?
armpit shaved? And he was like, what's the significance of that? Like, what's the point? You just showed a chain, like, nigga, you a G-Unit now? Dissing Kendrick? I don't know, maybe it's just
I
the
think he was trying to say like how 50 smashed Ja Rule. He felt like he was 50 Cent at that point.
Oh, okay.
I guess, nigga.
Yeah, I missed that one.
That nigga.
Chain, I didn't see that.
I just felt like it was a lot Like I don't know, just it's like right when the video come on, right? I felt like it's right after they show the van when they put the van on the flatbed, and then they show the chain. He's like holding the G in the chain, and it's like spinning. I just never I just was like, I guess, but then not like us. Literally, that came out, and I was literally like walking into my job, and I kept hearing it while I was scrolling on my phone, and I kept hearing, and I'm just scrolling, and then I walk into my job, and the bartender is like, and she's like, "You heard this shit?" Like I'm like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "I did," but I didn't know it was a song. I thought it was just a. Like I just was seeing people, like, I guess, doing little vids to it. So.
My daughter and little cousins be singing that shit, man. It's ridiculous. She 5, she be shouting out.
You think the bacon on the jujitsu say Pac, nigga?
Everything, nigga. Certified pedophile. Like, damn.
Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Like
every word, every word.
That shit is dope. That's like a history lesson for this generation.
Homie, it is. It's a classic, man. It's a classic.
And it's just like it's dope that he got the Super Bowl. Like I feel like
that's gonna be crazy.
It's like crazy how like Wayne is kind of doing this whole like it was snatched away from me, and it was like no nigga, like you didn't have it. It wasn't like
what's popping for the Super Bowl.
It's just so Kendrick is.
Shit.
I mean, he gonna do his thing. Everybody I'm sure they gonna have a watch party somewhere, like do something turned up. But it's like. I don't know where they. Oh, I mean, I'm like, I don't think nobody. Well, I'm not saying I ain't nobody, but
my birthday around then, February.
You trying to go to New Orleans? You going down there to link back up with Desire? Yeah, he bringing Desire out, nigga.
Go down
he bringing
there.
Desire out for the Super Bowl, nigga. Mob into the Super Bowl.
I need to holler at the Your Honor cast and be like,
nigga, have all them niggas. We pulling up, nigga, deep as a motherfucker. Yeah. Nigga had us go down there. We're like, yeah, we like 40 deep. Just Desire. We got our own section.
Nigga.
Straight up. Heavy lit.
I'd be in that clip.
Tony's gonna be in. Tony
show up.
Please do it so I can be a part of the entourage.
I got a denim suit.
Let me know.
I got a denim suit lined up and ready, nigga. Like, hey, nigga, what's up? This is Desire, nigga. I got my soldier eggs.
Hey,
I got my soldier eggs.
Send some texts, man.
Nigga,
Make some calls.
We gonna be out there. We gonna get some buses and go down there, nigga. Get on the bus. Nigga.
He gonna bring Wayne out or what?
Hey, so Wayne was supposed to come out, but I mean that's
supposed
supposed
to be a surprise. Would it be a surprise?
We gonna just tell him like we gonna do a tailgate concert with Wayne. Let him perform in the parking lot. You'll get all of like the streets. Everybody be. It's like he just wanted to be on TV.
So Wayne the GOAT.
I think that's what it was.
Wayne the GOAT, right? It's Tupac, Wayne.
I grew up fucking with Wayne.
You know me, my nigga Young over here, new generation. You know,
I like the old Lil Wayne. I grew up on Cash Money before Young Money, like Hot Boy Lil Wayne. I didn't grow up on the Carter Lil Wayne.
All that shit.
I grew up on like We on Fire. Them niggas, Guerrilla Warfare.
The block is hot.
Yeah,
Lil
the
Wayne.
block is Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it was good. It was good. That's the type of shit, but not. It just started getting different, and I just kind of backed away. So I was like,
I feel you.
Everybody else was like, he's the greatest, and I'm like, well, I was actually
you
a
know,
fan of this
time
nigga.
change. I mean, like what? You know, does it change what it is or what?
And it's like, 'cause to me, his old shit is still classic. It's still fire. I still fuck with all that shit, but just it's not saying the new shit is whack and garbage. It just wasn't for me. All of it. Some of it was dope.
What do you consider new though? Like, are you talking about
I'm
when he
just
started
saying-
doing mixtapes? Or are you talking about when he got to the Carter 3 and he?
I'll
was
say
doing,
after 500 Degrees. That's when he started rapping like Jay-Z. He started dressing like he was like from Dipset. Cause it was like that's what I noticed as a fan of Lil Wayne. This isn't you. I was a fan of the nigga since you was 11, and now you dressing like Jim Jones.
You don't think it's possible
you,
though
like,
for
you
him
doing-
to hang out with like New York
You
niggas?
can, but niggas,
and now
New
that you around that
But New
environment,
York-
right? You're kind of absorbing that. All of that style, all the maybe he in the studio with these niggas, you know, for a week straight, weeks at a time.
I'm sure Jada Kids have been in the studio with West Coast niggas, and he ain't like
then,
sea walking and.
So what?
It's just that
It's all about as much as you choose to absorb, though.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just as a fan of this person.
Some people be like, "Oh no, this shit ain't for me," and they get up out of there quick because they just do their thing. You know, they style the way they. But somebody like Wayne, who I could understand, maybe he's still young at the time. Like, all right, how can I be the best.
So what
I gotta
makes-
go study other niggas.
Yeah, what makes people fans of artists, and when did you say fall in love with your favorite artist?
I was like I said back then, it was just I liked music that was just good. So I was like always like Redman, Busta Rhymes.
How old was you back then?
I mean, just watching MTV or before I say when I started buying music, I can remember I think the first cassette I ever bought was Dub C, the Shadiest One. Mm-hmm. That was the first like I had always had my uncles taking my uncle's tapes and shit, but the first time I went to like the warehouse and bought a album was Dub C, the Shadiest One, and I was like, this shit is hard. And then it was like the first CD I ever bought was Badass's first CD, and that was the first disc I ever bought. And then it was like, so I've always like,
it was like 10, 15.
no, I was like, I think when I got Dub C shit, I had to be like probably 15. But like before that, I was getting Columbia House, the shit from the magazine.
Yeah, you get 10 CDs for $1.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. When I was 15, nigga, one of my favorite, I don't know, probably 16, 17, but some of my favorite albums around then was NERD, Seeing Sounds.
That was fire.
Lupe.
Food and Liquor?
Yeah,
Or The Cool?
The Cool.
Yeah.
And I fuck with Food and Liquor, too.
Right,
That
which one
dropped
was-
around then, too.
which one was
The
Lasers,
Cool was the
though?
one after. That I didn't fuck with.
Yeah, that was the third
That
one.
was like,
Yeah, that was later. I fucked with
I don't think he fucked with
Food
that
and
one
Liquor.
either.
Yeah. I just seen
That
the
was
video.
like some industry shit.
I just seen a video of this nigga last night in his samurai shit with his sword, just like I was at work just scrolling. I was like, he was just fucking it up with a katana, like so this nigga Lupe. That nigga was hard.
I
That nigga
don't
was
think he liked it either.
that was because it's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, so good music. But what it shows people fall in love with their favorite artists around like 10 to 15.
But when you or who you think is dope enough at that time.
That's probably the best demographic for artists to they determine what's hot, who's hottest right now.
Cause I was like growing up, I'll say at 10, like 9, 10, I probably thought the coolest or dopest niggas in the industry was like LL Cool J. Cause it was like, at that point it was like 91, like 92 when I was like 10. So I was like LL or like, I wasn't really like, or Cube, I'd say Cube. I think like Cube was like that nigga. I was like, cause all my uncles listened, all that they was just listening to Cube. But they listened to a lot of like rock, all kind of shit. So I would just hear a variety of, but I would hear Cube a lot and was like, this nigga hard. He just sounded aggressive too. So it was like, this nigga sound dope. Humpty, nigga, Digital Underground was popping back then. They was like the hottest niggas on the radio. Right. MC Breed, R.I.P. MC Breed was one of the hardest motherfuckers. Like I can remember when that CD dropped, and I remember my neighbor's the neighbor's son was with my homie. He was begging my mom to like take us to the warehouse so he can buy it. And he was like, the new MC Breed CD out, like please, with the Ain't No Future in Your Front that just came out. And that's all like nigga.
That's a classic record.
Nigga,
To this day, that's still getting
nigga,
played.
I remember we went to the warehouse. Nigga, the line was like out the door for that shit. Like that's when niggas still like actually like bought shit and like niggas actually still paid for music and had what's the word, interest in people and artists, their work. And so just to be nigga, it's a whole shit out here. So it was cool, but I feel like it is true around like 10 when you looking at like, oh, this is who's like that. This is a nigga right here.
When I was 10, I went to the warehouse with my pops and he bought 400 Degrees.
Yeah. You was 10 when 400 Degrees came out, nigga?
98.
Said, yeah.
I be feeling old, nigga. I think I was in like 11th grade when 400 Degrees came out, nigga. I was in 11th grade. I always tell that.
You old, nigga. We've established this on the show already. You were old. Tony, we know you old, nigga.
I told you I was walking the first time I heard 400 Degrees. I walked out of my independent study school in Hollywood. I was like walking out and a little Armenian nigga was sitting on his car. And he was sitting on a little old school Benz and it was just bumping. And I remember like looking, I was like, that shit knocking. I just heard that dun, 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 just that little beat. And he was like, Tone. He's like, you like? It's juvenile. 400 Degrees. Ha! And I just remember looking at him like, yeah, all right. It just kind of, I was like, I didn't even go. And then I started seeing the video.
That shit classic too.
And what was cold, what clicked with me with Ha, is it didn't catch on with me for about 2 months. I thought the nigga just kept saying ha. Like, why does nigga keep saying ha? And then I think I was like cleaning up one day.
You didn't understand the song?
No, I didn't understand just his, like, I think it was his accent. And then, like, I was like cleaning up one day because I think it
Like
came
this
out.
nigga keep rhyming the same shit.
No, it was just like, why you keep saying ha? I didn't realize he's saying huh. And then, like, he said, because it said the name of the song was ha.
Right.
So I'm like, what the fuck is like, and I'm like, I think I was walking around the house and it was just playing one day. And then I heard it was like, you finna go to the store, huh? You can't keep a nigga. You keep your body clean, huh? What he say? You can't keep a girl because you keep fucking her friends, huh? And it was like, I'm like, oh, this nigga saying, huh? Like when, like how we all talk to each other. Oh, the bitch is coming over, huh? Man, hey, they got down, huh? Hey, like, man, that nigga was tripping, huh? Like, it was, it literally took about 2.5, almost 3 months, and from when I first heard it, and it had been on Rap City every day to where that fucking clicked in my head of, this nigga said, it just became dope as fuck to me. Literally 3 months later, I was like, it was cool, but it just sounded kind of dumb. And then once I was like, oh, nigga, this shit is clever as a motherfucker. It's just, too, I was like I said, I'm like 16 at that time probably when it came out. So I was like, this shit is fire.
Yeah, Jay-Z thought it was fire too. That's why he called to get on the remix.
Yeah, he jumped on that motherfucker. That's what Bean said. Bean said, he was like, nigga, ain't nobody ever called Jay-Z for a remix. That nigga just jumped on people's shit. Like, he blessing you, nigga. He was like, he did that, jumped on Jeezy shit.
I was about to say Jeezy, nigga.
He was like, that nigga, yeah.
Crazy.
He said, that nigga Jeezy, like, because if you look at the video, Ghostface was in the video. That's why I was like, oh, because Ghostface is my favorite Wu member. But that's the song that beat. I always like that old school intro music for like a talk show type shit, what it sounded like. And then just with the drums. And then when I saw the video and that nigga Ghost behind him with the robe, I was like, oh, this is hard. And then I just hear, it's your boy. And I was like, all right, nigga. Just like even Cameron said that. He was like, nigga, we didn't ask that nigga to get on the remix. He was like, he just remixed. He said they came to the studio and Just Blaze was like, oh, Jay like did left something for y'all. And he was like, what you mean? He's like, he got to the computer and played it. And he's like, that shit came on. Oh boy.
Man, I need a DJ to mix my shit like that. Last time I had my homie DJ John run some shit like that, but I ain't had a DJ do that shit since my first album. And I'm like, I need somebody to right, shout out to whoever's listening.
You need a scratchator.
Yeah, somebody that right do it. They don't do it no more. But DJ Drama and like you said, Just Blaze.
They'll be no shit.
Right,
DJ Clue.
Man,
yeah, K-Slay, R.I.P. All the real. Clark Kent just died a week ago, 2 weeks ago. All like the DJs that like that certified real street like mixtapes and music and real niggas that were still speaking up like fuck this weird. And not fuck the new niggas that are dope.
I mean, it is
it was on some like against the
they were on.
Remember you had like DJ Holiday?
Yeah,
Holiday
back
music.
with LimeWire and shit.
Yeah, like real. So
you won't find this
those
on the
dudes,
internet.
all that whole era of dudes are kind of passing away right now. K-Slade's been gone for about a year or two. Clark Kent is gone. Heineken, a lot of Heineken. No, I think Combat Jack, but he was more of like a podcaster, like a streamer, like early years. But he still would give dudes a platform. So a lot of those dudes that kind of was like, hey, like you got that real shit, like real shit, like DJ Clue. DJ Clue was that type of nigga. Same thing with Who Kid. They were those, but they just got that opportunity to get on a major platform, and that's how because Clue. I bought a Clue. I'd never heard of Clue until like I heard maybe a single in like 98, 99. And then I bought his first CD, the Professional. And it was like a compilation, and that's the first time I ever heard Fabulous. I had never heard Fabulous before, so if I'd have never bought Clue CD, I probably wouldn't have heard Fabulous I wouldn't have heard Fabulous for at least, I think his first shit was maybe 3 years.
Clue was Desert Storm, right?
The mix CDs off the street and shit.
No, but it was the Professional was his first like real album in stores. It was DJ Clue's album, but it had all the niggas he was doing his street mixes for and putting their CDs out. So it was like it was Fabulous, Big Noid, Prodigy was on there. T had songs with Total on there. Like it was because it was a real album, but it was like a compilation that just had a bunch of MOP was all over that shit. All of the real street niggas, and this is like '99. So, but I remember hearing Fabulous and thinking, I thought he was Mace when I first heard him. Oh God, when I first heard Fabulous, if you hear him on The Professional, the way his tone, he sounded like, and because Mace was only kind of about a year removed from rapping. About 2 years, I think, like, that's when he stopped rapping. So I remember just hearing, I was like, this nigga is that, and then I didn't look, I just wasn't reading, even seeing Fabulous, I didn't know who Fabulous was and know who the fuck his voice was. And then just so, hearing him on all the Clue shit, and then when he finally hit, and I was like,
Mace changed his name.
Yeah, I was like,
Mason came back and changed his name.
And then his rhyming, I was like, this nigga got like punchlines, like he was getting off. Every time I was like, he rhyming like harder than Mace, but it sounded like it was just that, because they both from Harlem. It's that same Harlem, like that smooth, I'm a cool, chill nigga, I'm just fresh, that's all that matter, fuck how I sound. And I just remember, and then seeing Fabulous, and I remember seeing the name when his first MTV, I was like, this the nigga that used to be on the Clue shit, because I had never seen him. No, it was the Big Mo video, that's what it was, when he did the Big Mo video.
Yeah, but Fab was pretty much like Clue's artist, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was Clue's artist. He was there because
So,
he's a
his
Desert
whole
Storm
career,
DJ.
nigga, Clue was there with
yeah.
him.
So, but that's what I'm saying. If it wasn't for the DJ, I honestly, it was like I'd have just, of course, like Fab would have hit and been the man. It wasn't like, but it honestly, what we know, what his impact would be as big is if like he had all this other shit to stand on, from Street Fam to Desert Storm to, you know what I mean, all his other shit. Him and his brother Paul Kane, and because that CD was a classic, the Triangle Offense. Triangle Offense is like a fucking classic. That's Paul Kane, Fabulous, and Joe Budden. They had a group that was like, nigga, that thing. I think I bought that shit probably like 3 times. I done lost it, broke it.
That's what we kind of need
Those
in the game, is like DJs breaking records.
And it just went away.
You know, like how it used to be, because, you know, having DJs that have a whole stable of artists, that DJ, they do enough shows, they rock enough crowds, they gonna be able to tell people, hey, this ain't gonna work. This ain't, you know, whatever, don't play this. Go back and re-record this. You feel me?
And like even the pump it or
a
dump
lot of
it type
artists
shit.
don't really have that influence of a DJ. They just trying to push their records to them, and then they get mad when the DJs tell them it ain't hot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that was the point of you
DJs
giving it to the
be
DJ
right.
to see how the streets are.
But if the DJ is in control, you know what I'm saying? The DJ has that team of artists, and you already working with them artists. You know them artists got bars. They you know say, all right, well, I'm gonna put you with this producer. We all gonna go in the studio together, and we gonna make a hit record. You know, like, I think that's what we need more of. Just DJs really being more involved in a part of the record making process.
Hell yeah. Shout out to
If you're gonna be the one playing it, it's like, yeah, be a part of the process of putting it together too, because you're gonna know if that's gonna be hot or not in the club.
And it's like, well, like I always say, why you even, we didn't watch shit in here when we not like, when we off camera. And I'll be like, man, they need to beat the nigga ass who recorded. I'll say some crazy shit or just, but it'll be like, why even it is like, why are you letting someone record this in your, if it's just this ignorant BS and you're letting somebody record this in your shit and just waste. And you notice it's like they taking it like, oh, this is gonna be funny, or is it certain
same reason we was talking about earlier with the reality TV.
Yeah,
you feel me? People
shit.
like to be entertained,
and they're gonna take that money. That's it. Like, honestly,
yeah.
people always gonna have a price tag on it. People will be like, all right, it's cool, I'll do it. But it's like, bro, you realize what? Like I just sit there in certain videos and even like, bro, somebody gave you this beat to do this on. That's one, and somebody let you record this in a studio. And was like, yeah, like that's to me, that's crazy. That's really crazy. Of like, you sitting there like listening to this, like, hey, bro, I don't want nothing to do with this. That's just, I'd have been like, yeah, I'm good. That's, if I hear you saying some crazy shit,
Nowadays, the niggas record their own record like that.
And that too,
They, you know, in their house, get their own shit.
that's okay.
They might make their own beat, put their own lyrics.
If I'm right, 310 Baby recorded on his phone. Rock Your Hips or not Rock Your Hips? What's the other one he did?
A lot of these niggas did like whole albums on their phone.
Yeah.
Like a lot of niggas with Trinidad. I think Trinidad James did his first that all gold shit like in his living room or something.
So
on like
that's
a phone
funny. You
or
was talking
something.
about him in Harlem. So Trinidad James and ASAP Rocky, when they shit dropped, that shit pulled me from behind the camera to start taking music serious.
It inspired you.
Yeah, it inspired me. One of my boys, he was like, hey, I got a homie, he's producing for Ray J, and oh man, if basically he's like, Ray J looking for some artists. So I'm like, all right. He's like, I know you rap, hop in the booth with me. And so we hop in the booth, record some music, and this is back like 2012, and this nigga basically. My boy finally played the music for Ray J, the producer, and Ray J heard that shit and he turned to his artist and he's like, why can't we make some shit like that? You know, so and he's like, that's all that came of it. And so we, you know, but since then I was like, I've been locked in and was like, all right, I'm gonna be locked in on the music shit. But before that, I was on the camera filming the homies on tour, making music videos and shit, and
He's a videographer, and photography, everything.
Photography,
yeah.
I did photography in high school.
So you edit and everything. You over here, so
all kind of classes on it and shit.
And a lot of times I feel like people that's what I felt. Who was that? Mike Jones. He does that now, and a lot of people was giving him shit, and they was like, oh, he went from this popping ass rapper to the cameraman getting his bread, doing what he like to do. That's what he doing. It ain't like, oh, that's all he can do now.
People get hated on for having a career change.
Like, how do you get that's
just
all that's
you want
left?
A career change.
That's all that's left for him is camera work. Like, nigga, how is that the only option? Is like you can tell he wants to do that. Yeah. Like he's a camera.
But a lot of times that shit comes from somebody who really ain't got nothing going themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
They sitting up waiting to look for the gossip or look for whatever the bullshit is they could talk about that's about to happen next. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, they just to circle back.
Like,
just
you
to
can't
the Drake
entertain
shit.
me being a cameraman.
I tripped off there. Like Drake is talking shit about a nigga you're on the sidelines hating on a nigga that's literally in the game. It's a metaphor that you're doing in real life. You literally on the sideline hating on a nigga that's playing in the actual game. Right. A nigga that's a winner, a champion. This nigga you calling a bitch and a pussy ass nigga.
He said if you're up in the banner.
This nigga. It's just we can't. It's like the reality we in right now. It's just like the bullshit is kind of. I think people are actually believing in the simulation they're in. It's weird. It's like that's you not. I don't know. It's just very strange, and some people don't see that. Like you you're literally on the sideline talking shit about a player that's in the game.
Thinking about it, that nigga might actually try and pull that shit down.
He gonna have somebody.
I don't think he was bullshitting.
Tonight on the news, man falls to his death trying to pull down DeMar DeRozan's banner. Yeah. Like they just like some dude that he had a cash app of 80,000 that just hit right before he fell. He was like, "Fuck this." Maybe if I just jump and catch it, it'll just snap and then I'll already be halfway down. Right. And then they motherfuckers be thinking some
that shit not gonna go as
that's some Acme. That's some Acme planning, like Looney Tunes.
Like the Coyote.
That's some Acme style plan. Like I'm gonna just jump and I'm gonna like nigga, you are not Jackie Chan. This is not it. Man. So this past week, how did you feel about this election that just passed? The Trump Kamala fiasco. That's what it was. That shit was a fiasco.
More of the entertainment side of it because it was a lot of entertainment within this whole debate.
That shit was a champagne campaign.
Couple months.
Nigga. That shit wasn't a presidential campaign.
Hey, I love that song. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. That shit sound like one of my tracks. That's probably why that motherfucker won. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
Yeah, shit. I seen some of their videos. I wasn't expecting that shit, but the media play was lit, and Trump's media team definitely did their shit for sure.
Yeah, I felt like she just went. She was trying too hard. Like we ain't heard you talk in like 4 years, and now you popping up with like Megan Thee Stallion and Quavo and Glorilla. Yeah. It was a clear reach. That was just like, nah, like I don't know.
Nah, I mean it be lit. One statement I heard was that it didn't seem like Joe Biden backed her. One thing I thought could have been cool was him, resigning, which would have given her, maybe a year.
But
plus,
it's still, I don't even think he still know he's president right now. Like nigga, you are still the president right now. Man. You ain't got to leave till next year, like in like January. So.
Right. I don't want him looking for us, man.
I think
he was already packed up the day the results came in.
Yeah, I think we ain't seen him since he started talking backwards and shit and. That nigga been.
I was just showing y'all the other thing. Y'all said I don't even know if that's the same
Joe Biden.
I didn't say it. You said it.
That
But-
nigga wearing ski masks and shit.
Man, I don't know. It's just maybe he got old real fast. It
Something hit him and it just spun
look
him
a little
out.
different. I
That
don't know.
nigga spun out like immediately. Like that's crazy. He just went
Yeah.
from barely
But
coherent.
it's like
to,
that with a lot of, I mean, different illnesses. You know, some
Yeah.
it'd be one thing that happens, and then you'll never be the same again. You know.
But for them to keep trying to push him out there in front of cameras. it
Well,
was
you the
like-
president. You have to make public appearances.
But
You,
that's what,
you can't hide in the corner if you the president.
No, that's when that's where she was supposed to step up.
He disappeared.
She's
but,
the vice president. That's where she's supposed to take you're not able to
it
continue.
didn't happen. We didn't get to see that.
Yeah, like that's what I felt. That whole campaign, that whole cabinet, that whole party, that whole type of shit they were on was weird.
But most of the time he was in office, they was dealing with like his son's case.
crack,
like
and
all that shit,
finding
yeah.
coke bags
So
in the
it's like-
library. They
I
found a
don't
bag
think he
of
really
coke.
had time to think about stepping down.
know-
He's like, if I step down as being president, that's gonna make my son look worse.
They found a bag of coke though in the library, but his son did crack. So I was like, I don't think.
Man, he probably made the coke himself. I mean, the crack himself. Like,
in there cooking it in the White House kitchen.
yeah, he
You a
probably
real-
had the bag.
You a real gangster, nigga. You cooking up crack in the White House, nigga, rocking it up in the White House.
They looking
Nigga
around like, why we got
it was once said by a man who couldn't. Like,
Where does Pyrex pot come from?
This nigga stirring like Kane and shit. This nigga like Kane and Menace and shit when he putting the baking soda.
This whole trap house in the
Where
White
does
House.
baking soda? Where does whole coffee? Why is a coffee pot in here and a hot plate? Why is it a hot plate and a coffee pot in here? What's going on? Is that
He
is that
made his own
confectionate
shit.
sugar? Is that confectionate sugar? Like, no,
So,
sir.
Chief, man, you got a lot of new stuff you've been working on.
Yeah.
So we got a couple trailers.
World
Kinda wanna-
premiere.
Play some so the people can kind of see what you've been working on. You know what you've been doing. So, if you want to hit them with the pistols and apple pie.
Yeah, right now.
I got the fucking gun. What more do you want? Where are you going? That was my street.
Pistols and apple pies. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that the one? Because I'd seen you had posted. You were at like the short. Was it short film festival?
Yeah. So
a
this-
couple months ago. Was that it?
This one been racking up some
Okay.
awards, man. That one was one
dope.
that's a Oscar qualifying festival.
That's dope.
So I'm looking to get into some more of those.
Have you been? What is that? IFC, the Independent Film Channel. Like you try to get it. Like any.
I don't even know what that is, but I'm gonna look it up.
So IFC's been around since I've been a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of major movies that come out are IFC movies that were just.
They've been in like Sundance
They go
Film
to, and they
Festival,
that's where
different
they
places.
start.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
Sundance and IFC are kind of like usually linked, or they usually
I'ma
do
look
like
that
a
up.
they usually do like a Sundance. It's a IFC, but all the movies at a Sundance usually are like it's like weird. I forgot how, but it's there. It's like similar shit. So IFC kind of went. They kind of. I feel they're more like more in the know of the younger and the kind of platforms and shit. So they did the app. And now, so like I got what did I get? I got AMC, like the app with my stars and shit. But it comes with IFC. What is that? Schroeder or whatever.
I'm gonna check it
Schroeder, whatever it is. All the scary movies. But it comes with IFC. So IFC is just all the independent movies, and it can be anything from like horror movies to action comedies. But IFC's been around for a long time. But now they're actually like they're a app. And it's
They
playing
have
there.
a digital platform.
Yeah, they have a digital platform.
It's not just a
that's
cable
attached.
channel no more like it used to be.
So even that though is still like a cable channel too.
When I drop this app, I'm gonna need you to drop it just like that.
Hey,
Just Just like that.
I'm gonna do it.
That's gonna sell it. That's the
Just
promo
like-
right
just
there.
like
Right,
that.
all right. This is for those people. This is in the know. This is the new.
Hell
This
yeah.
is what we've been waiting for, and it's here. It's
Hell
now.
yeah, but
It's the new.
So Sundance is we hear back from them in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
and we
That's
submitted to a whole bunch of them, and then I got a couple other films.
That's super dope.
But yeah, man. So I've been working on this one. Was fun. One of my boys, he wrote this years ago, and I told him it was hot. He wrote it. He was in school at San Diego State. Now he ain't in school no more. He been out of school for years. But I told him like, yo, this shit. Now with my experience, I'm like, we can make this shit and let's make it happen.
Yeah.
So top of the year, we got together and linked up and got the cast and crew together and did that shit. And to our surprise, honestly, because we filmed it on the iPhone. I got the iPhone 15 and Pro Max and was like, all right, I see was Olivia Rodrigo, the commercial. I've been seeing all kind of people making movies with iPhones and shit. So I got my iPhone 15 and the gimbal
I
and
got
got my
14
crew together.
still.
I got my professional crew together.
I gotta
But
step my game
Yeah,
up.
we was filming on the right. I had to do it for this, so I was like, all right, man. So that what you just seen was on the iPhone 15, and I was like, yo,
That's dope.
Like put the professional team together, but we worked on that phone, and
I'm gonna put
we-
my little,
we
I'm
made
gonna
the
put my
whole
little
shit.
14 to work. I'm gonna do something. I'll be doing my
Man.
little clips. I was like, shit.
Yeah, the next project's been
Niggas out
way
here working
more-
on 9s still and 10s.
Right. All the other shit been way more expensive, but we, that shit was.
That's
it was
for
cool.
that quality. I wouldn't have thought that was on the phone. I think that me being older, thinking that phone shit always is gonna be like some pixelated, like you know what I mean. Like I'm just thinking
This nigga
everything.
remember playing Snake on the
Oh God,
Nokia.
nigga, Pong, nigga, on a Nokia, on a BlackBerry Chirp, nigga.
Right.
I had a BlackBerry Chirp, nigga. That was the hottest shit in the streets, nigga. Niggas was like, that's a BlackBerry
And a
a Chirp. Like I'd be at
BlackBerry
the
Chirp,
bank.
I don't
like,
remember. I'm like,
that
the
shit,
BlackBerry
if
Chirp.
you,
I'm
it was like,
nigga,
that shit was like,
they had
I
a
had
chirp
like a
on the
little,
BlackBerry.
they hit me with because I had like good shit with BlackBerries, so they was like, hey, like if you, we got to do
man.
it. And that shit was, you could like, it was,
I
and it
remember.
had to
But
be.
who was it?
Verizon
Nextel?
had the chirp, but I don't
believe
remember.
so.
Yeah,
It had to be on the
Yeah.
Nextel network because you had to have like the 126
right.
star,
Yeah.
fucking whatever number, to be able
But
to
I
chirp
still
through
had
that
like
nigga.
a phone number too.
Damn,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that. The
All of
chirp.
them.
Nah, but that
The
you was
14
able to chirp
numbers.
for $1 a day.
Yeah. Oh damn. Okay. You remember the bill? Shit.
Yeah, the chirp was $1 a day.
I
But as
just
soon as you
remember
call
the
a nigga,
prepaid Shit.
that's when your minutes start getting ate up.
Yeah,
Unless it's
that's
like
funny.
after 9 or 8.
That's why you only wanted to talk to niggas that had a chirp too.
Yeah.
Give me your chirp number. We was out there getting chirp numbers.
That's hilarious.
Man, that shit, I used to.
Oh yeah.
We was out there getting chirp numbers because everybody was on that $1 a day
What's the
shit.
chirp? That's hilarious.
I remember that. Like, that's crazy. Prepaid.
Yeah,
We got one more. You want to play the other one?
Yeah, man.
Let's play the other one.
Let me show some of the people.
It's the latest one right here.
My sister is missing.
Have you seen her? Have you seen Yenna? Have you seen her? Have you seen this girl? Have you seen her? Have you seen Yenna? Have you seen her? Have you seen Yenna?
Hey, I'm Gavin Chief Meredith, award-winning filmmaker and director. And we need your support to attain dope locations like police stations and also pay our awesome crew and cast. But not only that, you get a chance to showcase your involvement in great projects like these. Click the link and support.
That was dope.
Yeah, look.
Suspense.
That was dope.
Man,
looks.
The suspense was hitting us. The suspense was hitting.
Oh yeah.
Good looks, man.
That was great, man. So definitely,
Appreciate it. That's my latest campaign, man.
y'all see the type of work this man is putting out. It's man, that was dope.
Appreciate it, man. Hell yeah, man. I'm gonna keep at it. We're gonna keep more pumping out, you know what I mean?
For sure.
That was in preparation for a different one, so that's like a longer, crazier.
It's like a
version
slasher
of
type
that.
of film.
Yeah. It's gonna get kind of wild, and then I'm plotting on my first feature film coming up. And then, like we was talking about, real stories. One of my homeboys, he's got like a story based on his life. Was playing football, he got shot. He's still, making shit do what it do. He was still got scholarships, been to jail and some more stuff. So
You kept pushing.
yeah, he keep pushing, So yeah, story of resilience, but real life shit, So
For sure.
What was like some inspirational? I don't know. What's your most like something else just inspired you?
films. So my favorite films growing up was like Chucky and
The originals or
the originals?
Because y'all okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exorcist.
But what's the original?
I was-
Like y'all younger, so what's
Well,
the original?
I
to
was
you?
watching them with my mom.
So
yeah.
the original one from the 80s,
Oh yeah.
or the ones like Bride, and
Catherine
Siege,
Hicks.
Yeah, the replays.
Andy.
Yeah,
the Bride, because
Exactly.
it's still
The
that's what I'm
Bride.
saying.
The Andy Barkley
Oh,
See, I think
trilogy.
he's talking about Bride of Chucky, Bride, Seed, and
No.
you talking about the original from the
originals,
80s.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm saying, making sure I be old. They be like, niggas, what's from the 80s? You like, nigga.
Yeah, no, they play that shit. One of my, that's
Chucky he keep coming back, nigga.
Yeah. What Lies Beneath.
Oh, that's a really good one, man. With wait,
Mine
is
was
that-
like Candyman.
is that the one?
You know? Like
Wait, What Lies Beneath? Is that the one
the
with
hills
Richard
have
Gere?
the hills have eyes.
that was dope.
Is What Lies Beneath the one with Richard Gere?
House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah.
Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Rob Zombie. I fuck with Rob Zombie's
Yeah.
film.
I like a lot of people like don't like him, and he gets for some reason. But I like Rob Zombie's.
I got
films.
to act in the third one of that. It's called Three from Hell.
You were in Three from Hell.
Yeah, I'm in the top of the film.
Okay, I gotta run that
Heck
back.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy
Three from
because Devil's Rejects is my shit, and I haven't watched Three from Hell. I haven't even watched 1,000 Corpses the way I've watched Devil's
man.
Rejects.
I fuck with Devil's Rejects, but
I've seen
yeah.
it, but Devil's Rejects is my shit. Just I've
gotta
watched that
watch
shit
that
a
one
billion
again, too.
times, and I've seen House of 1,000 Corpses like twice. But it's like I can only remember like when dude is talking to him, Captain Spaulding at the store, and he's like, "Well, like when you're going across country, but I don't travel,
Right.
But you might do. Sometimes you might go, but I
Exactly.
didn't because I don't." Like nigga, he was just like nigga.
And then like more recently, like Get Out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. Jordan Peele, all his he makes some great. Those are like films.
Yeah.
Like that's what is the difference with like film, movie. When people say film,
and then so me and my boy, he's the first deaf actor on The Simpsons.
Mm-hmm.
His character name is Monk on The Simpsons. He's been in 2 episodes so far.
That's dope.
But he's deaf, hard of hearing. But him and me, we wrote a series. It's called Angelino.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a TV series. I know y'all trying to hop up on in it. So
Yeah,
I'm
let
right here.
Man, I'm trying to be whatever you got going on, bro. I want to roll in
I'm
it.
gonna be promoting it.
Be on
man.
Angelinos, y'all.
Yeah, it's coming in the new year. So Angelino is a TV
On the
series.
new season.
Yeah. So, but basically the difference is the film is kind of like a short or a feature film with the movie, and then a series. It's episodic.
Okay.
And with the episodes, it can be cool as far as like getting paid from the big labels, like the big companies. It's dope because it's multiple checks. It keeps going, but as well with a movie, it's like it's short. It's it is shorter. It's that quick time schedule. It's one paycheck
We
and
just
you're on
getting
to the
this,
next.
yeah. We just we knocking this out and move it in.
Yeah, but both people get paid by the day, so the quicker you can get something done, the better, But
That's like you had a cool movie selection. Of like those are dope movies though. Definitely that are like good watches and just good films and even if it's certain things can be good and it's not even gonna be in a serious movie like that. You know what I mean? Just like you said, like Child's Play. It's a story about a doll that comes to life, but it wasn't about like, oh, it's this great acted. It kept going for 40 fucking years because it's such a crazy story.
Andy was 6 years old in that movie.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He played the hell out of that role. That little boy like really sold the movie.
Right.
I just
The
watched
mom too.
I watched a documentary on it about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I just watched it yesterday.
And when they were talking about
The behind
and
the
they were
scenes.
like,
Like,
well,
I watched it on YouTube.
Okay.
I think it might have been on you. I think it was on Joe Blow, either like Joe
Yeah.
Blow or like
Joe Blow horror.
Yeah, and but they were saying how Andy the kid, they were like he was like a fucking like some theater type motherfucker that was like. They said he'd be like, I don't know about like should I say it like this and with the lines and not like being a little diva or something, but they was like he was really like
He knew the right questions to ask to be 6 years old.
Yeah, they were like we were like really blown away at the like how just advanced he was, and then he would just like do the crowd, he could cry and I was like that's fucking crazy, but and it had talent. That's what Hollywood should. I feel like that's what it was based on. Of course, it was other behind the scenes.
A lot of the
bullshit.
people that put the first movie together had worked on other projects together. Like the dude who was the cop, he was in another movie before that.
Yeah,
with
that's all.
With the director.
I've had that conversation. A lot of these movies, like I said, I've been buying movies. I've been buying a lot of old movies on Prime, and a lot of these movies I've bought, and it's almost like I'm playing like Connect. Yeah. Of like, damn, this dude was the dude in this one, and then she's the neighbor in that one, but she's in this one with this dude who was in that one with, and
you can see how it works.
And Cam made the point when I was telling him, he was like, that was the SAG, that was a lot of the Screen Actors Guild, and that's why you saw those same actors always working, and they were good actors, and it just seemed like I felt like. Hollywood's always going to have its whatever going on, but it used to be, like I'll say, you could probably say 90%, 85% talent, and then the rest was bullshit. And now it kind of flipped to like, it's this small pocket of talent in Hollywood.
Well, it's like how Adam Sandler movies, right?
It's bullshit. He had to build his own universe.
But he always puts all his friends in all his movies.
Adam Sandler. And I didn't even realize that.
You look at all his movies, it's always the same people, but they playing different roles.
But then they showed a lot of those dudes have never been in any movies.
Where your people could focus on, homemade stuff, and where who's somebody who's doing that well, Tyler Perry, I see Country Wayne, I see the people who are coming out on social media and taking different approaches at, keeping people entertained, and I think it's dope. Big Ja.
Shout out Big Ja. He slimmed down. He been working out.
Said Big Ja. I was like, I'm gonna have to call him Big Slim.
Slim Ja.
Big Slim.
Slim Ja.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
It seems like I felt like a lot of that came from COVID too. Not him slimming down. That transition was wild.
That's where you was going.
Yeah, no. I'm saying a lot of I've been saying this since 2021 in the comedy, late 2020. It gave when all these people, these big name people in comedy in Hollywood, they're like, oh, I'm out of California. This is just fuck this and I'm out. It was like the top tier just left. And it just left it open if you got the talent to make it up to the top or get at least close enough and people see you got the talent. And it worked for a lot of people like myself and people I know that kind of took that time in 2020. Like it was a bad time for a lot of people, but for some people that shit was good because it was like, okay, now it's like everybody else is scared or gone. And not like we just gonna go and do shit. It was like when shit kind of was starting to gradually come back, you could finally hit these spots and go up. When before you would never be able to. You'd be waiting. You might be able to go up.
That reminds me of like what you were saying about Drake and everybody being in their own kind of world. But that's why I was saying he might do it, But it's like that's the whole point is do what you want in life, do what makes you happy. Try not to do shit that don't make you happy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Stay positive
and accomplish everything that you ever wanted to do. And it's like shit. Why the fuck not is the question.
Man, oh God, but It's different. People had their reasons of not doing shit, and people had their people have their I feel like they're natural blockers or obstacles. Like you go. It's almost like you gonna look for a reason not to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do that
gonna
to
look
themselves.
You gonna be like, because when I used to do
take
music,
note. Don't do that to yourself.
yeah, it's like sometimes you gotta get out of your head. Yeah. And I had a homie used to tell me that I've been like when I would do certain music, and she'd be like, bro, you gotta get it because I take long to write a verse because I'm trying to, and it's like nigga, we writing music. Yeah, you want to do, you ain't gonna write no bullshit, but get out your head of and just do the shit because that's the only way it's gonna get done instead of just thinking about doing it and saying it's like, you know what I mean. So I think a lot of people haven't felt they don't look for that. They look for that reason not to do it, and just to be like, and then when you do it, you see how far you go of. You like short films to legendary TV shows that motherfuckers gonna talk about for years to come for every role on there. Even the fact when I said going back to the homies at the bar, we talk about Your Honor and they was like, oh, I was like, yeah, I had the dude on the show and they was like, which one? And I was like, Kofi's oldest brother. And they was like, oh, they looked at each other like I didn't have to go to Google. They already knew. They was like, they was like, with the hair, with the fro. And I was like, yeah, he did. I was like, damn, this, and these are like older Mexican people.
Yeah.
And it was just so it shows you when you try, that's all the shit is. It's try, and you don't know how far trying is gonna get you out. Even with comedy and how you said for photography to doing video and editing and it's just like that shit could take you even further than what being in front of a camera could do. But some people are like you said, those people they ain't got shit going on, but they'll be, I ain't seen him in years. I ain't seen this nigga on nothing. Man, I ain't seen him since this, or I ain't seen him. Like nigga, I've been behind the camera. You done seen what I done did, but you ain't seen me.
Yeah, man. One of my good friends, he was on Star. He was on How High too, and he told me it's David Busby. Shout out to my dude. But he told me a lot of people are gonna look for what's next, and it's like, what have you done for me lately? Yeah. Said their attention span.
It's like short, the popcorn generation.
And they just want to know, what have you done for me lately?
Like what's new? Like, oh, I heard that already. Well, damn, enjoy it. Yeah. That's the thing. I feel like people don't enjoy the product. I think it's like a quick high now. Like when music came out when I was younger, and niggas would have albums out, bro, for like 3 years. Like 3-4 years, singles would come out. You would have like a new single. Now, of course, people bought your album, but that's why your album had the longevity. And you can drop a video. You would do a single would probably come out twice a year.
But a lot of times that's not really just them, though. That's like label scheduling.
And that's what I'm saying.
They got apps and shit now.
Yeah,
and then, you know, it's all going.
Niggas is dropping albums.
They giving they give you this shit, which is clipping. They like shit. The more clips we get, the better. So you know what I'm saying? Just repetition. The more people see you,
they gonna get used to you. Exactly. And it's just like I feel, and it's not saying that, but it's like sometimes you do like I want to enjoy this shit before I can really fully just. I got to jump onto another like 12 songs. You know what I mean? Like, see, film is different because you want like. Or a series, you like, damn, I can't wait for the next season. I can't wait. It's like it's kind of like the opposite.
You know, I wonder sometimes too. It might be, is it the music? You know, because it's like you got your favorites, and then there's some tracks, but I think also some songs and albums relate to moments in your life where it's like you listening to this, and I was doing this, I was burning with it, I was here at this moment, I was listening to this, and it's down. Like I love this song, you know, I love this album. You know?
I was talking to TV about that like the last week, and I was even telling you that last Monday when I came, I was playing all the Wu-Tang shit, and I was like, for the last maybe like 3 weeks, I've been in like this. Like Wu-Tang, man. I just been saying I've been in the 36 chamber. And it is like, and it's crazy because it just started like, I think one of the songs popped up in my algorithm at the house and then another one, and then it made me think of a song that was like on the Wu Forever album. And that was, I want to say like 90, that came out like 97, 98. And I just remember that just that time of music and just what we was doing. I got my first job. I was up like it was just.
You know what I was doing in '98?
What, going to school?
Nigga, I was 10 years old. Remember we just talked about this.
That's crazy, nigga. He was too, nigga. This is like, nigga, I'm a, nigga, Chief the OG, huh? The OG. I don't know.
The OG.
I'm the triple OG.
The original.
But,
you know.
But I really, that just how you said, it really did take me back in that I remember going to like house, like, parties around this time of year when that album had came out and some of the singles, and it was just like, damn, this shit really put me, like, listening to that shit for the past like 2-3 weeks, I've been feeling like damn near I'm in a time warp. Yeah. And it's like, but in a good way. And it was like, damn, it almost like energized the nigga back, and not like, oh, I'm gonna do some young shit I was doing back then, because even then I was doing the same shit I'm doing now, which was just working and nigga going and just chilling and just on my music shit. Now it's just on the comedy shit. So it's just the same, but it's just more advanced now on some other shit. But I felt that when you just said that, and that's
advanced
literally
now on some other shit.
Yeah, you know, I had to upgrade.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, you don't want to say you're doing the exact same shit and you ain't, but it's like it's the same, but it's more advanced and it's more tactical now. Yeah. It's like I done shifted. Yeah, I done shifted from this lane to that lane, in which we all, some people rap and fucking act, some people sing and dance or some shit, you know what I mean? Or do choreo. Same shit like we said, you might not see a motherfucker, I ain't seen, they ain't did a video. I ain't seen him or her dancing in a video in years. Nigga, they done choreographed every video you done probably saw in the last 6 years.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
It's all life and experience, you know what I mean?
People don't understand that shit, so it is what it is. Like, I see what it is. See my niggas Spell Lotto. Shout out Spell Lotto in the chat. You know, here doing little plugs and shit. Like, but no, I fully understand that shit though. Of just do what you need to do what you're supposed to do, and then doing what you want to do, what feels right, and just do it. Make sure you do 100% in it. So if you get stuff like what we just watched. And I'm like, that shit had me like, I was like trying to look through my phone, and I started looking at the screen.
Good.
Yeah.
I heard somebody say, I don't know who said it. Somebody said, get 200% in everything.
Yeah, like, it's just why not? Like, honestly, why not? Why are you even trying if you just gonna like half-ass it? And then that, to me, that's always been an asshole thing to do to the people around you that are trying. Like, if you work at a job, ain't nothing worse than the motherfucker that's like around you working, but they like just
they're not really working.
And especially when it's like a warehouse job, that type of shit where, okay, nigga, we see who working.
Like
There's
shit
no
where
way
it's a team lift and shit like that, and it's like, nigga, now you want to be lazy when you gotta help me.
Yeah,
like that type of shit.
Nigga, I done did team lift because nigga, I'm the big nigga working in the trade. I done did team lift boxes by myself, nigga, like 125 to like 175. I'm like, nigga, just get that in, and I'm gonna just do the show.
I don't feel comfortable doing shit like that when I look over and it's somebody who gets to pay the same amount as me,
and he on his phone,
and they not doing.
He chilling and shit, like, and that's when you see I just use that environment of a warehouse because there's no, you can't have, we see what you doing, my nigga. We all have to like hold our weight here. Yeah. So you can't, ain't no, it would literally be niggas that like
if I'm gonna do your boxes. Shit too, they might as well send you home and give me fucking double time all day.
Exactly.
Let me get paid for work, doing the work of two people.
Nigga, you be slipping between boxes like chilling, and then when you hear like the supervisor voice, you just slide out like Homer and nigga out the bushes.
At least time and a half. You feel me? Yeah. Give me 8 hours of time and a half.
Yeah, extra $2 on this motherfucker. Like, but it's you respect. I've even always said that about supervisors. Even again, going back, I've said that again, I've had supervisors at warehouse jobs where shit is busy and they out there working, saying this is a nigga that be in the office doing shit. He ain't supposed to be, but he out here with us, and it made us respect him more because he's like, you out here with us, putting the same work in, sweating, nigga hurting arms, whatever, and you owe whatever. You respect people when you see the same work being done. Mm-hmm. It don't matter like that, and as opposed to just hating on a motherfucker that's working, or just trying to.
You hating on a nigga that did all the work and now he done got promoted. And you mad that talking about they not promoting niggas, but it's like you didn't want to work. Right. This nigga did.
Exactly.
And it be like that, man.
Exactly.
In the work world.
In the work
world. In real life too, because you can see the results. You know, it's the same people in the music industry and everywhere. You know, even say podcasting. You know, you'll see the differences and the outreach of who's getting outreach because of the work they putting in. So it's like what we doing right now. Keep putting in that work. You know what I mean?
And it's always like this,
like LA, never not working.
Never not working for sure. Like you
Jeez,
gotta
man.
keep it pushing.
On that note, you got any last words you want to give to the people?
Oh man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all check me out as Chief the OG on everything. So if you ain't a fan, you should become one. Figure out a reason to. I got plenty of them for you.
That's right. It's your boy Tony Grams. Follow me on IG at Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS. And shit, it was a good weekend. Oh yeah, I did the Turk Market. Forgot to shout them out. Shout out to the Turk Market secondhand Sunday. Had me. I was the headliner yesterday. That was dope. Funny ass show. Shout out to Mac Mezzolini. It's his birthday. And it was his, so it was like a collab type, you know, like he's always a host anyway, but it was like he opened up for me. You let him do his shit for a good like 5 minutes, and then I went up. So, but yeah, I'll be doing some more shit. I'm gonna probably pop out and somewhere in LA tomorrow and do some more stand up, because I've been trying to get out more. Like just, I've been like, I just was doing like shows, like kind of not like.
I think last time we linked, you were saying you wanted to do more shows.
Yeah, because I felt I had kind of fell back for a while, and then it was just now it's been like just back on. I've just been doing shit and felt like it's been going good, it felt good, like shit still feel the same, but like again it feel the same but more advanced. Like that's a perfect saying. I need to go on a shirt or something. We can put that on the hat. The same, but more advanced. Nigga, I sound like I'm talking about the like RoboCop 4 model.
That sound like the new iPhone.
Exactly, fucking Steve Jobs.
That's like the new Coke.
They're like the new Coke. The same, but more advanced.
They said we're not gonna be Coca-Cola no more. This is the all new and advanced Coke.
So, but yeah, that was a good shit. So, but yeah, catch me on IG, Tony Grams, TONY_GRAMS, and innovative comedy, innovative culture. Shout out to Chief. Yeah, that's
yeah, man. Keep telling people, man. You keep an ear out. You hear them.
That's dope,
Shit,
man. Like I said, it's just dope. Every time to get to just for people that enjoyed something that you were a part of that much, and it's still just making waves.
Yeah, if they
all over.
If you ain't watched it yet, it's your honor.
Your honor. Check it out.
It's
check
on
out
every
honor.
streaming platform. Netflix, if you got it.
Number one. That shit was number one. Like first two day, like the second day they put it up.
Yeah, yeah.
That's dope. Hitting.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah. 92.3.
Y'all can tap in with me at COOLAZZCAM. Tap in with our website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Follow us on Instagram at innovative.culture and innovative.comedy. And subscribe to our YouTube at youtube.com/innovativeculture. We out of here.
That's right. Innovative.
Innovative.
Yeah. Innovative comedy.